A lot of other videos will rank stuff by a mix of their opinion and being objective, putting some stuff lower because they fail game design points, even though they do kind of like it. But I don't care, this is 100% my biased and messed up opinion. If you ever watched any of my other videos, you know that my opinion is very weird. And to show this, number 15, Tiny Huge Island. I just don't like it. It's cool you can go to the big and small painting, but why would you ever go into the huge one? It's annoying. You can only go down the path to the beach, and they can't even do much over there. The small island is just frustratingly small. You slip everywhere, and the huge one is just annoyingly huge. It takes forever to go anywhere, and the cheap chomp kills you in one bite. Why? Who thought that was a good idea in Mario 3? Aesthetically, it's just another grass stage, nothing new. There's the Wiggler Cave, which is just too easy to die in, and the Wiggler boss is just too easy, so much so that people forget about it. The stars are pretty par for the course for Mario 64 standards. Just like, I don't really have much to say about the stage, but on the list. Number 14, Hazy Maze Cave. Just, it's ugly and annoying to play. Half of the stars aren't bad if you know speedrunning tricks like I do, but the 100 coin star, 8 red coin star, and the other maze star, these are just annoying. Also, I should mention that you get the metal cap in the stage, a power-up so useless. I made a video on how useless it is. People criticize the star of Watch for Rolling Rocks because the hint is pretty much useless. Let me defend it real quick. The actual star isn't challenging, you just wall jump. Mario 64 stars can be split up in two groups. Challenging to get to the star and challenging to know where it is / how to get it. Most stars in the first group. Stars like this are in the second. You're supposed to notice, oh, rolling rocks. It's in the rolling rocks room. Watch. Maybe if I wall jump up these walls, same kind of thing for blast away the wall. But no, the stage still sucks. Number 13, Tall Mountain. It's just an average stage. People complain about how huge the stage is and how it's bad. 3 quick tips. There's wind here, jump up the red coin area, and jump up here. But get to the top of the mountain and deal with these annoying rolling ball things. Then, go back up. And then, get this, go back up. And then, go back up, but not all the way, you have to go to the slide. And then, go back up so that way you can cheese blast to the lonely mushroom, because who gets at the correct method? This is another stage I don't have much to say about. It does look pretty average also. I don't know how to comment on it. It doesn't look great, doesn't look bad, it's just okay. Number 12, Dire Docks. From here, the stages start to get really good. As annoying as the lack of land, 100 coin star, and the teleporter, and the lag are, it's a fun stage. It looks really good. The stars are pretty okay, but it's just a lot of swimming. One thing Mario 64 does really good. I don't really like how long the tunnel is though. I guess it's because these two different areas are two different areas. They need to hide the loading zone. But you could have put something there. Also, why is this skybox bombing battlefields? Jolly Roger Bay does the same thing, but in its first star, at least it was differently colored. What I'll say is that the Mario 64 DS version of this stage is better due to the land and there just being a little more coins, because come on, 106. But I don't know, I like the swimming in this game. Chests on the stage is actually somewhat difficult, and Mario's a stripper. Number 11, What Dry World. As annoying and cliche as the negative emotional aura is, I don't know, it's something interesting. But something about the main area is just fun to do with no water. And yeah, the changing water physics. People really hate it in Ocarina of Time. Water temples, I've never played Ocarina of Time really that much, so I wouldn't know, but it's done in Mario 64 pretty well. And as disturbing feeling as the town is, it's kind of fun to just jump around the houses. I'm obligated to mention the skybox, but what I hate most about it is this blue bar at the bottom. Yeah, you can't see it in game, but still. I mean, you can't see most of the skybox stage, so by that logic, why isn't it cut in half? The stage does look pretty ugly, and the music, I forgot to mention earlier with Hazy Maze Cave, is pretty bad. But I barely listen to game audio and playing games anyways, so even right now as of writing this, I'm watching YouTube. The stars are decent. The first star is pretty dumb, like who's gonna use the arrow lifts, just long jump? There's wrong warp here, that's pretty cool. I do have to maybe thank the stage, as What Dry World is still my most popular video, but I don't know, not a bad stage. Number 10, Shifting Sandland. I like the pyramid, the best part is the exploit. Wait, I wrote this part of the script like 2 or 3 months ago. Which exploit was I referring to? The outside is extremely ugly. Getting the red coins is pretty annoying. This area is useless. The tornado is annoying. Why do I like the stage? The boss fight is cool. Admittedly easy, but it's still cool. Dear God, my standards for what's cool on the N64 is so low. They get away with so much. The music is disappointing. Something like Dry Desert would have fit more, not Lethal Lava Land's music. Shifting Sandland is probably the most forgettable stage outside of Tall Mountain. But the pyramid is fun, and I forgot to finish the script. I was going to add something else good about the stage, and I forgot. Whoops. Number 9, TikTok Lock. The stage is the most annoying here due to the angle of the wall, and yeah, that's pretty much it. People often complain about the no ground at the bottom. Hey guys, this is the second to last stage. It's supposed to be difficult. People also complain about invisible walls a lot, and somehow I've never really had issues with invisible walls in the original game, except this log on Telltale Mountain. But me and a friend just played through Star Road, and there's invisible walls left to right everywhere in Star Road. So stop complaining and play Star Road to see how good you had it in the original game. I'm being serious. Also, tip, you can do every star with the stage frozen. Yeah, the whole freezing stage gimmick, that's really cool. You go in at this time and then it changes the speed. That's cool, okay? I like the aesthetic. It's pretty cool. I like the idea. I like the difficulty. And I really like the stars. The red coin stars here to show off the gimmick level, and the rest of the stars you see climbing the stage gradually. I like that. It's disappointing that it uses slider instead of an actual original song, something along the lines of TikTok Clock from Mario Kart DS. I can't understand why, because space limitations and time crunch, but it's still kind of disappointing, you know? The camera at times can get annoying, but I've played so much of the game that I'm used to it at this point. Number 8, Bubble Battlefield. Yeah, it's not number 1, I said it. It's probably the best stage objectively, but I don't know. This stage had the most time put into it, and you can definitely tell. The stars for the most part are all really good. There's only one. Get here. Okay, here's the star. No parts feel empty or unfinished. And with doing random 3D stuff like this, I'm pretty much always good at this stage. If I put up Gmod out of boredom, I always go here or Hyrule from Ocarina of Time. It's just a classic stage. It's one of those places in games that you want to visit in real life despite the fact that everything's trying to kill you because, you know, there's a war going on. Something about this stage I find funny is how much you avoid it in speedruns. For 120 star you got it's inevitable, 70 star you get behind the cage and island star, and for 16 it's faster to use a lobby build J to skip into Bowser 1 than it is to get the cage star. Overall, it's a classic, well-rounded good stage, and that music, oh my god. I know 2 stages so far I've used this music, but I want to talk about the music when I get to that stage it uses first for the most part, so yeah. Number 7, Rainbow Ride. If people didn't hate me for the others, people will sure hate me for this. The carpet rides are too long. Then skip them. It's too hard. It's the last stage, no duh. Also, no it isn't. What hard part is there? People always talk about the star tricky triangles and it being like extremely difficult, hardest star in the game. What hard part? I don't understand how. You just hit the block, you jump over here. Sure, the timer's kind of strict, but it's really not that strict. It's ugly, or there's no theme, or it's just blocks in the sky. Okay, that's inherently bad, and as if there are other block in the sky themed levels outside of the Bowser stages. It's a fun stage to go through. Half the stars can be contained pretty quickly, and the other 3, even with my pretty bad ADHD, I really don't care. It also just uses sliders, the music, which is also pretty annoying, but what am I gonna do about it? People also complain about the blue coins. If by the final stage you're not good enough to wall jump up here, you're not gonna be 100% of the game anyways. Your point? I also like the boat, I don't know why. This is also a cool looking block. I wish the house had more in it, you know? But whatever. Though for speedruns, the stage does look like absolute hell, especially the lack of 2 bounce. Anyone want to debate the stage being good? Anyone? Number 6, Cool Mountain. I like snow areas. I mentioned this in my Paper Mario video. They're fun, and this stage is fun. The slide is fun. Die penguin. I like the back alleyway. The wall case will work area. Not sure why. Something weird about this stage is the skybox. I don't know why, but it doesn't scream Cool Mountain like this screams Bob Milofield. I don't know, it's weird, because when I first saw the skybox outside the game, I had to look at screenshots of Cool Mountain to even realize that it is indeed the skybox. But the stage is fun, sliding around the stage is fun, the theme is fun, the stars are cool, overall good stage. Ha, I'm gonna die. Nope. It's a pretty short stage, but fun to go through. A tier. That music. Oh my god, better than Bomb Battlefield. People are gonna crucify me. Number 5, Jolly Roger Bay. I guess I dislike this stage because it's gloomy and not jolly. Here I am listening to depressing music while writing this. It's a comforting environment. Part of what makes people feel creeped out when playing around Dry World is being closed in, but for this it feels like you're exploring a no longer active volcano. Not to mention this is the first water level, which is amazing because as I said earlier, Mario's swimming controls are amazing. And that song, nothing can beat the song. Something really cool that no one ever talks about for some reason is that this is what the track sounds like. And this is what it sounds like when you get in the water. This is what it sounds like when you go into the cave. The stage is also the stage that changes the most throughout completing it. It starts off with this fog that goes away after getting the star and never comes back, sadly. Even after selecting the first star. You lure this eel out of the flooded ship, and now the eel's hanging out in the cave, and now the ship's afloat again. Compared to Bomb Battlefield, where the only difference is that the Big Bob-omb and Koopa appear and disappear. A criticism for this stage is that there's very low coin count, making the 100 coin star long, but it's such a small stage, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a really nice place to be. Despite this time the things trying to kill me are in the water now, making it more deadly. I also just want to visit this place in real life. Does anyone know how to transition? Because I don't. Number 4, Big Boo's Haunt.
Big house. Big house galaxy. And of course, a giant house. A big house stage. The big house is a reality.
It's a meme, but big house levels are cool. I criticized Ice Palace in my Paper Mario video for not having any furniture, but better? It doesn't really matter, it's fun to go through. And I like the small thing. Sadly, the music of the stage sucks, it's just all the Ghost House levels before and after this game of actual songs, not. The stage has the issue that GoldenEye 007 has, where it tries to look realistic, which ages it more than something like Bomb Battlefield, which is overly cartoony, which makes it age a little less. People criticize the stage for one star being kill all the ghost, and then kill all the ghost, but in the basement. Then kill the ghost, but it's on the roof. Then get the error coins, and then 2 actual original stars. But with how broken the ghost hitbox are, I just can't care, it's fun. And the book door thing is just pretty cool, but I don't know, I skipped it. Welcome to Mario 64. Skips are left and right. The stage has some fun skips, jumping into the second floor is kinda fun, killing the ghost is fun, and I just really like the idea of exploring a mansion. Wait, hold on, this stage is just ugly, has bad music, has repetitive stars, you have forced play just because you like broken hitboxes, skips, and the idea around it. Yes, I'm not wrong, you are. Number 3, Whomp's Fortress. So far I'm sure you've noticed I have a bias towards stages with a lot of glitches. Yes, and skips. This definitely isn't the case here. Oh. Not a single star in the stage doesn't have a huge time-saving skip. I used to practice 16-star speedruns. I never got very good at it, but in the route that I use, you went here to get all the stars except for red and 100 coin star. The stars here are just cool anyways. Fight King Whomp, you can grab him through him, that's fun. Now he's a tower. Shoot at a wall or just fall at it, that works too. Falling from the sky into a cage because I can't do Owless, and I can't go a single Mario 64 video without mentioning my distaste for Mario 64 DS. The DS version of the star sucks, it's such a small area, why did they put a ceiling on the cages? But I actually really like the DS version of the stage. While the textures are far inferior and of course the glitches are patched, I really like the grass area. I don't know why. I find it kind of ironic that I really enjoy the stages that are fast to go through, so the stages I spend the least time in I like the most, but I don't know. When I think of Mario 64, I think of this stage. If I have an idea for something stupid, I'll do it to either Bomb Battlefield or Whomp's Fortress. An issue I have with some of the stages in this game is that they feel very empty. Bomb Battlefield doesn't really have this because they spent so much time in it and it feels very compact, and Whomp's Fortress doesn't have this because it's just smaller. It feels like there's notable stuff in every corner. There's no really big, empty, bland areas. Except this pole. I've played probably hundreds of hours of this game and I forget this pole even exists sometimes because it's so useless. Anyways, wait, what's that? A diversion. Now no one will know how bad this transition is. Number 2, Lethal Lava Land. So I got 3D World on Switch recently. I've owned the Wii version since like 2015-ish, and as of writing this, I just finished getting all the green stars, and playing it made me appreciate the lava physics of Mario 64 so much. In Mario 64, you lose 3 heart pieces and bounce way up, whereas in 3D World, even small little tiny little itty bitsy tiny little minuscule amount of lava, you touch it, you instantly die. This is so annoying. Stages like this, and with lava bounces, you can do a lot of skips, which you know I like. You know, just long jump to the eyeball, and go to the spinny thing, long jump to the bully platform, and now you've skipped all the way over there. And the whole bouncing thing just makes the stage fun, because, you know, if you fail, you're not instantly penalized. It's been criticized heavily for being basically, put a thing here, some bullies over there, you know, a cube over there, put a more detailed cube over there, and then just throw like a thing there. And similar to Rambo Ride, people say that as if there was a massive put a cube there and here level design problem. It really wasn't. It's the only stage I can think of ever that is like this. This stage is the first time the bullies were added, and check out how much Nintendo loves them. They were in Mario 64, Mario 64 DS. It was gonna be in Galaxy, It's in 3D World. Nintendo loves them. They're in every single game. I don't know, I just like pushing them around. And of course, Volcano. This is one of the 2 stages with the sub area. That's more than just the cave with 8 red coins or 70 million coins in ice. But unfortunately, both stars are just get to the top. And the camera is really weird sometimes. And because I'm nice, the floor texture inside the volcano looks like Reese's Pieces. Have fun with that texture being ruined for you. And the stars on the stage are pretty alright, honestly. Kill the big bully, then kill 3 small bullies, and then a big one. The easiest red coin star ever. Get to the top of the volcano, get to the top of the volcano, but this time a different route. And the log star, that one's cool. Unfortunately, the stage had the same music as Shifting Sandland, which isn't a good song really anyways, even though it fits the theme of this level more. But the skybox, oh my god, it's pretty. Number 1, Snowman's Land. I'm biased. I said this in my Paper Mario video and earlier, but I like snow stages. Now, why isn't Cuckoo Mountains second? It's because honestly, it's not as good looking and just a little too big, and you can't really go anywhere except the bottom and the top because, you know, big middle part is the slide that makes it feel a little more cramped. I don't know how to explain it. But other than that, what makes this one like number 1? First off, it's the snow level, and there's no rock texture thing, whatever, anywhere. And we get this bully very efficiently. It's fun. You can skip pretty much all of the first star with a cannon shot. The egg is pretty cool. Sure, you consider it bad game design to give you this many coins at once, but it's fun, so who cares? I also really like the fact that it's like really hard to go through and really annoying, and then you get the vantage cap and you just like go through it. I don't know, it's satisfying. I've talked about my issues with the spin drift requirements before, so I won't here. Fun fact, apparently the intended method getting the first star is the jump on the penguin's head. The stage also holds one of the 3 impossible coins, while not being as interesting as the others, mostly due to it being easy to obtain. Still worth mentioning though. What about criticism of the stage? Well, the spin drift issue I've mentioned before. This entire area is useless, and similar to the spin drift, if you break the shell, sucks to suck, you're not getting the red coin star. This could be so easy to fix if you just made the shell and along with the spin drift respawn. However, you do get to ride the shell, which is so fun that I barely even care. For Chapter 7 Paper Mario, I said that I liked it so much because it's the snow chapter, but said disregarding that it's still good. And Snowman's Land is the same to me. It would probably be somewhere around number 4, number 5, but just look at how good this stage looks. And the snow physics in Mario 64 are perfect. In other games, you're just slippery and you slide everywhere and it's annoying. But in Mario 64, it takes forever to slow down, so you can do stuff like this, and it's just fun. And if you want to slow down, just like turn around or jump, ground pound, kick or something, it's not slippery, you just slide around a lot. And after looking at some other rankings, they've said that it's good, just not the best. And they never really gave a good reason on why it's not like just number 2 or something. Like, what's wrong with you guys? And for the record, Matt knows what he's talking about. In my last ranking, I said that I was surprised about how many chapters I didn't like, and if I made this video 4 years ago, maybe I would have said the same thing. I used to think pretty much every one of the later stages were bad, but then I replayed the game and I kind of realized that honestly, the stages, they're definitely important in enjoying the game, but they're not really as important as they are in other games. Even bad stages, are still enjoyable due to, the controls and the skips. And really only 3 of the stages I outright didn't like, which is an overall grade of 80%, which is a B-. Not the worst, still above average, so you guys get a pass. Good job, you get the validation of a 16-year-old white kid with 300 subscribers 25 years after the game came out. I'm sure you feel so honored. Okay, video's over, I'm heading to McDonald's, what do you guys want?